So I wonder if this is a teaser about next year, or if this is just like the Fatui teaser, where it was like, this is the next few years. In the council of gods, no mortal voice is ever heard, and thus was the fate of the world arbitrarily determined. We know that such is the way of the world. So they're all immortal. It's random, I guess. I don't know. It's out of their control. They don't really care that much. But do the gods act out of contempt? Or have they at some hour begun to act out of fear? So this means, are like the gods the final boss? Or is there a final boss?
This world has always been so. Life abides no reason, for none are born by their own consent. Death abides no reason, for it cannot be defied, even by those who see it coming. Time abides.
Oh, these are all the gods. Like the creator god, the death god.
Yet brooks not a second to be reclaimed. Space abides no reason.
Hush of the void.
The ruler of space stopped the golden-haired twin travelers.
Yeah, that's the beginning of the game.
And mercilessly tore them apart.
Okay, she's role-playing a bit too hard there.
The beer... No. This looks more like Rhine-daughter's doing. Please don't litter other people's spaces with your bizarre creations.
That's Rhine-daughter?
Unsurprisingly, all life here has been rendered unstable, tainted by the ruler of space. I have seen enough to know that repeating this experiment would be fruitless.
You seem to wield my power as if it were nothing but a plaything for your amusement. Although merging with you has stripped me of agency, I shall still continue to voice my disapproval.
She's got multiple sides?
My dear Rhine-daughter, you have my respect, Nibirius. Your nagging is one of the only things that can get under my skin.
And you, Istaroth, why did you bestow history upon them?
I had to find some way to pass the time, did I not? After all, it's clear that Asmodee is not here.
Well, perhaps you could share your input a little earlier next time. But you're right. There's no trace of Asmodee here.
I can't remember who Asmodee was.
Anyway.
Wait.
It's time I put this.
It's something to do with the Conria.
These meetings are just a formality. Does it really matter that only 3 of us are here?
Feels like
I, for one, think that we should find her. Since the heavenly principles cast us as shades, not one of us has ever missed a meeting.
What if she just switched sides? Finding her would do more harm than good.
Now there's an interesting idea. Better than being devoured.
Just switched sides? You make it sound like such a trivial affair. We are shades, shadows of the heavenly principles.
Wait,
It's
what are the shades?
unthinkable. Unless she loves her new master more than her own self.
Renova, do you know that you're being watched?
Renova.
By whom?
Renova's the person who made the deal
Whose
at the
gaze
end of
could pierce
Natlan.
this far?
What?
I remember those eyes. It was just before I placed the curse of immortality.
Yeah, she's the eye. Why is he just... Yeah, he's just aura farming.
Ah, yes. He's an old acquaintance of mine. I'm sure that working for the Tsaritsas helped him let go of his past obsessions.
The Cryo Archon. With her paltry powers, she
Wait, hold
dares-
on. Hold on. Sorry to pause. Oh, there's no Cryo Archon here. Okay. These are just the Fatuis.
The Cryo Archon. With her paltry powers, she dares set her gaze on the heavenly principles.
The heavenly principles have yet to awaken. If I were her, I wouldn't pass on that opportunity either.
My dear Rhine daughter, you know I cannot allow you to think that way.
It was purely hypothetical, Nibirius.
Who's this
For lack of a
Nefarious?
direct order, I say it's time we intervened. Of course, to the extent permitted by the rules.
Yeah, I thought they usually don't intervene.
The gaze of the gods has always been considered a blessing.
Damn, this guy's a Giga Chad.
Hence the origin and meaning of visions. People have always yearned for the gaze of the gods. And yet, it is said that when mortals look directly upon the gods, they invite their wrath and retribution. And what of it? Lives will be lost, a nation brought to ruins. So be it.
Oh, I
It
think
is
that was
nothing
Sumeru.
I have not endured before. I already know the price of gazing upon the gods. So tell me, what is the price of killing a god? The god stays silent, as if the thought had never once crossed his mind.
His mind.
To all those who dare not look up to the heavens, Her Majesty the Tsaritsa says this. Behold.
This has like some God of War
Gods
vibes.
have their limits.
When they climb up Mount Olympus.
Inspection over. Return to your posts.
Make sure the Frostmoon Scions don't pose a threat.
Per the Pale Star Edict, we are to retrieve the damselette from Nod Cry, whatever it takes.
So this is probably a lot I missed there, but I think am I correct? The general sort of story here is that next year when we get to Nod Cry, so it's going to involve the damselette, who's obviously like one of the Fatuis, and the Shades. I thought they were the gods, but I guess they're the Shades. They're gonna start getting involved as well. Oh, Naberius, ruler of life. I thought she was like another part of Ryandotter. I thought this was the ruler of life. Yeah, they fused together. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. I don't know if we're supposed to know that already. But yeah, this character looks kind of different. The ruler of life. I wonder why they're called like Shades and not like gods. Is that just like a different way of saying gods? So this is Renova, who's the death shade then, I guess. Erica Hart? Wait, isn't she Venti? Wait, one character's two of them. Okay, so they're fused together. Okay, fine. So you can get multiple. I guess you can get multiple roles as a voice actor. Director of the Fatui, the Jester, Piero, Richard Tatum. But here's the question: like, I'm assuming none of these characters are going to be playable. That they're just going to be part of the story, and I'm assuming Piero as well probably isn't going to be playable as well. I'm assuming the playable character is the Damselet then. You were thinking there will be super Archons. Don't want to get my hopes up. Istaroth is the one that helped plant the tree with Raiden. Oh, and then we sort of like time traveled, and then it turns out we were in the past. But they don't have visions. They are the visions. Aren't they the visions? So obviously, the ruler of space wasn't there. Okay, are we supposed to know any more? That's my last question. Like, are we supposed to know like more lore, or do I know roughly what everyone else knows? Like, this is supposed to be vague. All of the dub VAs of Istaroth and Venti VA are the same. So you're saying all the Venti voice actors are Istaroth? Here, this person here.
I had to find some way to pass the time, did I not? After all, it's clear that Asmodee is not here.
Well, perhaps you could share your input a little
undoing
earlier next time.
leaves. For those of you who are confused, here is a little bit of lore recap to help you understand. Oh my god. Wait, the unknown god is Asmodee? I thought Asmodee was something else. Yeah, Ryandotter. Okay, we know that. The 5 sinners. One of the other sinners is Skirk's master that we just met in the recent quest. Now the recap: long before the traveler ever set foot in Teyvat, the heavenly principles answered the coming of the first throne, casting 4 great shadows of itself. Where are we supposed to know this? So the heavenly principles created all of those shadows. Okay. Genshin books, yeah, but they could have made it up though. Couldn't they have made this up? After 40 years of war, the 7 sovereigns were defeated. Okay. Naberius and Isoth helped stitch the new world together. Life stories brought by the wind, cultivated by time. Yet their work was far from peaceful. They marched again in the great war of vengeance against ancient dragons and a wandering voyager, shaking the very crust of the earth and sinking Enkonomia beneath the sea. Okay. Centuries drew on. In the distant Conrad, the royal mage Piero failed to halt his sage's attempt to tear aside the veil of sin. As Celestia rained crimson cubes upon the land, Renova descended and marked Piero and other pure-blooded Conrins with immortal agony. So he got the same thing. Were we supposed to know that he got the same thing as Capitano? Piero's bitterness hardened. So that was what he was referencing by the gaze, I guess. He would leave his ruined hometown, pledge himself to the Choir Archon, so he did the same thing, okay. And forged the Fatui, recruiting brilliant but broken souls, okay. Dottore, Scaramouche, La Signora. Meanwhile, Naberius, so the person who fused, own fate was sealed deep underground. The alchemist Ryandotter unearthed the heart of Naberius alongside her finest creation, Albedo. Hungry for greater power, she consumed that heart and fused with the shade, leaving Albedo behind to seek the truth and meaning of this world. Sometimes before the cataclysm, Asmodee herself appeared in the sky above, denouncing the Traveler's Twins' attempted journey as arrogation of mankind. I don't even know what that means. shattered the heavens, sealed each twin away. And then, yeah, one of them awakened first and became a leader of the Abyss Order. The other only awoke 500 years later. I mean, I'm definitely not like a lore professional, but it definitely sounds like they're shaping up from they're shaping up for next year. So who's everyone's favorite character then out of all these like characters? I guess Renova was most involved. People don't like Renova? Oh, okay, I see.